Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
Mr. Shanker.
Mr. Thomas.
It is currently 11:20 p.m.
Yes.
And you know, it means 40 minutes until tomorrow. And it is a very, very special day for the Flight Podcast because it is Mr.
Why?
Shanker's birthday as this episode is going to be published. So it's really good to have you here, being my co-host. Thank you for
bro.
everything. I love you, bro.
Thank you. Love you too, bro.
And,
Thank you.
And happy birthday, bro. Well,
Thank you.
almost happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro.
All right.
Love been doing this Flight Podcast thing, and it's good, man. It's gonna keep
episodes.
going. It's gonna keep grinding. This is actually the 70th episode.
That's pretty crazy to think that.
That's insane. We've been doing this since July.
That's gonna be crazy when we hit 100 or a year.
Wow.
It feels so weird. It goes so quick.
It really has been flying by. We thank you all
Literally
of you.
flying by.
Nice. But thank all of you for everything that you've done to help us grow and
for your support.
All the
Thank
support. You. Appreciate it.
But yeah, today at 3 p.m. was the trade deadline for the NBA. And we're going to be talking about that today solely on the trade deadline. The winners, the losers. We're going to go over the trades, obviously, and how it changes the NBA.
Yeah.
Because I think that this trade deadline was extremely impactful.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like over the years, I feel like when it gets towards trade deadline, the amount of stars that we see getting traded has like decreased.
I feel like that happened. But I feel like this year it went pretty much up.
It went up from last year, but I mean, still, it was only
could have been better.
It could have been better. There was only a few notable trades. It wasn't really that many. I mean, there's a lot of letdowns. Kyle Lowry.
Lowry was a massive letdown, but also last year, the only one I really remember was Drummond. That's the only one I really remember.
That's true, actually. I mean, he was the biggest one that year.
Yeah, and he was the biggest one this year.
He really was.
Or he's notable for one of the biggest.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting bought out. And now he's going to my Lakers. But hey, LaMarcus Aldridge is also getting bought out, and he's going to the Heat. And
that's going to be really good.
That'll be very good. And speaking of the Heat, they got Victor Oladipo. They finally got him. He finally got to where he wanted. Victor Oladipo to Miami for Avery Bradley, Kelly Olynyk, and a first-round pick. What do you think about this trade?
Well, Oladipo back in Florida? Magic Oladipo? No, I'm just playing. I think that this is a steal for the Heat because I think that Oladipo's value went down. And I saw a tweet that the Heat, or not the Heat, the Rockets were demanding Duncan Robinson, and Pat Riley didn't give in. And they didn't give in Duncan Robinson because Duncan Robinson's one of the best shooters. He's phenomenal. And Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley's a good defender. And Olynyk is a great stretch four. But if you're getting Aldridge this year, Aldridge is still a good player. So you're making up for it. And Oladipo is a massive improvement over Bradley.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I think the Heat 100% won this trade. If the Rockets got Duncan Robinson, it would probably be equal.
Yeah.
I think that Oladipo is going to be really good for them, though.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, looking at that Rockets trade with James Harden, the James Harden trade, going back to that, I mean, look at what this turned out into.
I think they got like 8 first-round picks and 4 second-round picks.
Yeah, but still. And they got Oladipo. So, but now Mans is gone.
Yeah, and they got multiple role players. So many picks, obviously. And that's what they got from Harden. And to think about it, that's a lot. Like, obviously, it's not good enough, but it's a lot of, like, 8 first-round picks is ridiculous.
Yeah. It really is. You want to hear something crazy though? Side note: the Thunder have 34 picks for the next 7 years in the draft.
34?
34. 17 first-round picks, 17 second-round picks.
That's a whole round and more.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's insane. With all the trades they did today, because they traded George Hill and everything. That's what they're getting, and I saw that, and I just thought that was insane.
Yeah, Sam Presti, like that Russell Westbrook trade and the Paul George trade, we can agree. I think that the Paul George trade was great for both teams. I think the Russ trade was also great for both teams. They lost Chris Paul, obviously, but I think that the Thunder have definitely made up for what they lost. That's crazy. 34 picks in 7 years is ridiculous.
It really is.
But yeah, what are your thoughts on that Heat trade for Oladipo?
I mean, the Miami got a huge dub, like you said. I mean, there's nothing else I can really say to it. The Rockets are pretty much going nowhere, and it's crazy to think that we were talking about them potentially making the playoffs. I mean, obviously there were setbacks with Christian Wood getting injured, which led to their 20 game losing streak, which was really bad. But I mean, I think it's going to be a huge W for the Heat. I see them. Honestly, they could probably make it back to the finals. Now, I'm not the. I mean, it's a much better chance now than they had before.
Yeah. Well, not probably, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I think now they're the Nets' biggest competitor because I would say before it's the Bucks, but I gotta say I think it's the Heat now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the 4 teams in the race are the Sixers, the Bucks, the Heat, and the Nets. Obviously, I think the Nets are obviously the favorite. And to be honest, with Drew Holiday, I think Drew Holiday has been good this season, but not good enough.
Yeah.
So that's why I think,
Yep.
But yeah. So the next trade, Lou Williams and a few picks for Rondo. The Clippers get Rondo. Atlanta gets Williams.
I mean, it's like an okay trade, I would say. I mean, it's I don't see why the Clippers would want to do this. That's the thing. I mean, Lou Williams is, in my opinion, the best 6-man of all time.
100%. I agree.
So
he is old though. I think he's like what, 33, 34?
Yeah, he is old, but he's still I still see him as a great role player. I have much rather have him than Rondo. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I don't know what Atlanta's doing, giving away a defender for someone that doesn't play defense.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the Hawks won this trade, in my opinion, but still, it was just like
I don't think they did. I think that the Clippers won the trade. I think that the Clippers, they're contention. They need. Well, they obviously have defense. Their defense is ridiculous now with Rondo.
I mean, here's the thing: Rondo's been injured a lot for a lot of the season. So
yeah, but Lou Williams has his fair share of injuries.
Yeah, but it was just unnecessary overall.
Yeah, this didn't need to happen, but I think that the Clippers won.
Yeah. Next thing, Norman Powell. He is going to the Blazers for Rodney Hood, Gary Trent Jr. One Raptors player is gone. One of the key ones got out of there. So what do you think?
I think this is a massive, massive win for the Blazers. Mm-hmm. Norman Powell has been under the radar. He's been phenomenal. Rodney Hood, decent. Gary Trent Jr., also decent. But you're looking at a guy that I don't even know his stats. I think he averaged like 20 for
around that
for games, and averaged what, like 40 for fantasy for a few games.
Pretty much.
That's ridiculous. So he's really good. The Blazers' offense has definitely gotten much better, in my opinion. I think it'll be great.
Yeah. I mean, I 100% agree with you. I think Norman Powell's an excellent player. I think he's going to have, I don't know per se a bigger role, but I think he's going to be able to actually succeed now with the Blazers because they're obviously going to make playoffs. Probably won't go far, but they'll still at least make it.
Yeah. In the tough Western Conference, I don't know.
Yeah. And a surprising thing, another side note, right now at halftime, the Lakers and the Sixers are tied.
Oh, boy. Without Embiid.
Embiid.
I want to see how Ben Simmons is doing for me on fantasy.
Oh, my God.
Me and Jacob are going up against each other this week in fantasy.
I had a monster day yesterday.
Yeah, you did. You had but I also had a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I had 220 or 274.
Ben Simmons has 10 at half.
Damn, that's not good. He has 8 assists. What's he doing?
He's just shooting the ball a lot.
He hasn't made a shot yet, and he made 4 free throws and missed 4. What is this man doing?
He's not doing well.
You're 6'11". Oh my God, whatever.
Let's get back to the next trade. Let's talk about the next trade.
Aaron Gordon and Gary Clark. I didn't even know Gary Clark was part of that. The Nuggets for Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and a first-round pick. What are your thoughts?
I feel like it's just a fair trade overall.
I agree.
I feel like the Nuggets may have gotten a little bit like one more slightly out of this because Aaron Gordon is such a great all-around player. But I mean, the Magic didn't completely lose out on this one because Gary Harris, I think, is a great player. RJ Hampton can develop into a good player, and you got that first-round pick, which probably won't mean much, but still, you got it.
Yeah, especially if it was from the Nuggets. I think that this will help. Even though I love Gary Harris, I think this is going to help the Nuggets do better because I think they need more forwards.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah, they need more strength in that area.
Yeah. And the next thing, I mean, this is just like a whole magic run. These next two trades, the final two trades that we'll be talking about. Evan Fournier to the Celtics for Jeff Teague and 2 second-round picks. What the heck are you doing, Orlando? What are you doing, Orlando Magic? I mean, why? What is the reason? Jeff Teague is a bum now. He was good. Past tense.
He's a bum now. Yeah.
Was. You're also getting not even a first-round pick. You're getting 2 second-round picks, which, okay, but this is in the NFL where second-round picks mean anything.
Yeah, right? Second rounders don't mean a lot in the NBA, and most second round picks aren't good. Maybe they're looking for the next, I don't know, next good second round pick. I don't know.
It's like a very slight chance, but yeah.
Yeah, the Celtics definitely won this trade 1,000%. Evan Fournier is a 6-man of the year candidate for next year. I think he's going to be phenomenal. He'll be great on their bench for offense, and people forget he averages 20.
Yeah, 20 points, 4 assists on almost 40% shooting from the 3.
Yeah, and like what, 46 from the field?
Around that, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
It is.
But yeah, the next and final Magic trade, we have Nikola Vusavich to the Bulls.
I'm so surprised by that.
I know. Along with Al-Farouq Aminu for Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter Jr., and picks.
Say that guy's name one more time.
Who?
The other guy, the guy you could not say. Say his name again.
Al-Farouq Aminu.
Al-Farouq Aminu.
Yeah. Al-Farouq Aminu.
Al-Farouq.
Al-Farouq.
Whatever. Aminu. Whatever. Just call him Aminu.
Aminu. Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's
oh goodness.
What do you think? Let me hear your thoughts first on this.
I think that the Bulls are headed back to the playoffs, in my opinion. I think that with Vusavich, they have an all-star now. Their center position was needed for improvement. Yeah. Wendell Carter Jr. is solid, but he's young. And if the Bulls want to do good now, they needed Vusavich. They got him. Their offense is stacked. They have a phenomenal starting lineup. And Aminu's going to be good for them on defense for also the bench, too.
He is.
Aminu's a good defender.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bulls gave up. I mean, well, they're getting better in center. Otto Porter Jr. is not as good anymore. He's been slipping up.
A little bit.
He's been also getting injured at the same time.
Yeah.
So it just does not really make any sense. But I mean, the Bulls, honestly, yeah, they have a chance. High key, they're 10th right now in the standings. They're only
with Vusavich, they'll do much better.
Yeah, they're only 2 games back. I mean, I feel like this is going to be really crazy. And I think the Bulls can make it. I think they can make it to the 8th seed. And the one team I think that I don't know if they will or not is the Pacers. They're the one team, and I don't see the Hawks staying in there. Those are like the 2 teams.
No way. Absolutely not.
No.
The Hawks had the easiest 8-game win streak. I will continue to say that Hawks fans got excited. Good for you. Trae Young is one of the most overrated players in the NBA. He did not do very well in that 8-game win streak. It wasn't phenomenal.
And look at where they're at now. They lost to the Clippers and lost to the Kings.
Yep, they lost to the Kings. De'Aaron Fox is, hot take, De'Aaron Fox is one of the most underrated players in the NBA.
Oh, 100%. We were talking about this before, actually.
We were talking about earlier today how he was averaging 24 and 7 and almost 8 assists.
Yeah. I don't know.
Pretty damn ridiculous.
It really is. I don't know. I mean, it's really, I feel all like Luke Walton is the main reason as to why the Kings are not succeeding, because they have the potential to honestly make the playoffs, but it's not enough because it's just the coaching. That he's coaching them terribly. They're playing small ball when they have very fast players.
Yeah, they're not doing well.
No,
on that sense, the Kings are not. Yeah, it really sucks. If they had a better coach, I still think they should pick up Lloyd Pierce.
That'd be good. That would be
really good for them.
Yeah. All right. Winners. Who do you think have the biggest winners so far?
The biggest winners? There's 2 on my mind. Miami and the Nuggets.
Agreed.
I think those are the 2 biggest winners. I think it's tough I don't think there's anyone that won as much as them, but I think that the Celtics, they won the trade. They didn't win. They're not the biggest winner, obviously, but they definitely won their trade.
Yeah. Same with the Bulls.
Yeah. But I think the Heat are the biggest winners, then the Nuggets, because you got Oladipo for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oladipo is also very underrated because he's injured. He's good. He still averages about 21. And I think he can play a much better Tyler Hero role this year.
Jimmy Butler is one of the most impactful players in the league. So
Yeah.
we know that he's going to coach the heck out of him, and he is going to do a great job at it.
Oladipo was still a really good defender.
Yeah.
Oladipo and Jimmy, one of the top perimeter defenses.
We're forgetting in 2018 that Oladipo was a all-star.
Yeah, he averaged 2.4 steals, and his defensive rating, I think, was in the low hundreds, like very, very, very low, like between 100 and 105, which is really good.
That's insane.
Especially for a perimeter player. When you're a center, it impacts more. And his defensive field goal percentage was really good. I think it was really definitely low. It was low 40s.
But you know what? I got a bigger winner that you did not mention at the trade deadline. Probably the biggest out of everyone. You know who it is? I'll let you guess.
Oh no! Just tell me. I didn't think I know.
The Los Angeles Lakers. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, it's Victor Oladipo. That's true. He's the biggest winner. He has been trying so hard to get to the Miami Heat. He tried to get there when he was on the Pacers. Did not work out. Let's trade you to an even worse team than we already are. The Houston Rockets. They're another bum team with not a leader, no coach. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. And now he's finally going to the place that he wants and the place that he can call home. Congratulations, Victor Oladipo. You're going to the playoffs.
Yeah. And to be honest, Aaron Gordon is also a winner. I just realized that. We talked about this earlier. Aaron Gordon is a winner at the deadline.
Well, yeah, we can tell because something is going on within that Magic organization.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's go to the biggest losers of this deadline. The losers.
Biggest losers, Magic. They're definitely the first teams that come in mind. Next thing I'm going to say is the Raptors. And that's because they could have done more.
I agree. I think they should have done more. I think they should have traded Lowry.
They did. They traded Norman Powell, which, okay. I mean, it's not like a terrible trade for them, but they probably could have gotten more. I'm not sure. They probably could have gotten a pick or something, but they had put offers to trade Kyle Lowry. Did not take that. That whole thing was so weird because they were going to trade him to the Sixers, but then they tried to get Matisse Thybulle, and the Sixers wouldn't give him. And then
Matisse Thybulle is really good, though. He's a great defender.
But here's the thing. Even the Lakers were going to get him, but the Raptors won Talen Horton-Tucker, and the Lakers said no. I think it was like Dennis Schroeder, another player, and Talen Horton-Tucker.
KCP.
It was probably KCP.
Yeah.
Or I would assume Kyle Lowry and like a pick.
It's a little odd.
It is very odd, especially for a 34-year-old point guard that's digressing a lot. But I mean,
he's still really good though.
He is. He's still very good. He's still a top 10 point guard. But
yes, I agree.
But yeah, the Raptors probably could have done more. They just didn't do enough, and their future is looking very dim because they're losing their top players. I mean, Norman Powell's gone. They don't have any big men. I mean, it's Pascal Siakam and Aaron Baines. Siakam is, as we know, the Hezi now. He's the spinning Hezi god. And Aaron Baines.
We got the Hezi god, and then we got the Henny god.
Yeah, exactly. And then Aaron Baines is a highlight reel from Ja Morant dunking on him. So
I got confused why you said it was a highlight reel. I never realized that.
Yeah. So I mean, those are my two from the biggest. Oh, and the Rockets.
Rockets. I had the Rockets on my mind. The Rockets are the biggest loser. You didn't get Duncan Robinson. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I agree that. And also I do agree with you on the Magic. They're not as big of a loser as you think they are. I think that they did get some good assets. Like they got some.
I don't have them as the biggest loser. I just have them as a loser.
Yeah. And I do agree. The Raptors slightly lost because they could have gotten more, could have given away Lowry at his peak value, because Lowry's going to do good, and next season I feel like he'll digress.
Yeah, because you want to think about something. The best player, guess who the best player on the Magic is right now? Terrence Ross.
T. Ross is good, but he's
As
not
your
who
best
you want as
player?
your best player.
Yeah, they gave away their 3 best players for role players at best. I mean, some of them are
You
starters.
got to remember, they got Michael Carter-Williams.
Oh my God, Michael Carter-Williams.
He's the future of the NBA, Rookie of the Year. Woo!
Woo! Yeah, 5 years ago, I would have been happy with that.
Yeah.
Now, not as much.
No, definitely not.
No. But how do you think these trades are going to change the NBA? Since playoffs are closing in, how do you think this is going to impact a lot of these teams that are trying to make it in?
Well, I think it makes it easier on the East. I think that the Magic are 100% out of the race now at this point. For the West, the Nuggets, well, the Heat are not going to do as well. Well, they're going to do obviously better, but I don't think they're going to go that much up in the standings. Because right now, looking at it, they're number 7, but they're on a 5-game losing streak, and
that's also without Jimmy though for a lot of the games.
That is true. That's true. I think that they'll probably go up to a top 5 seed, and I think that
I could see the Heat finishing 4th.
I could see the Heat finishing 4th too. I think that they're going to have some tough competition with the Knicks, which sounds really weird.
Yeah,
but I think they will have some tough competition with the Knicks because the Knicks also just won their game tonight.
Yeah.
They beat the Wizards.
Yeah.
And,
I'm so sorry.
I'm rooting for the Knicks at this point.
I'm not rooting for the Knicks.
Yeah.
You're just already going early.
Yeah. Randall actually had a terrible game, and Alec Burks dropped 27.
Jesus. Gonna pick him up in fantasy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
No.
And
you know who I actually picked up in one of my leagues? The guy that signed to the Nets on the 10-day contract, Elise Johnson, and he had 57 points on fantasy.
My God.
Or was it 57, 47?
I think it was 57.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
That's pretty damn ridiculous.
It really is.
Yeah. We'll give you an update on Sunday about how we'll fare in our fantasy battle. Because right now it's really close.
Let's check. Well, here's the thing. You know what's really annoying? Because like you
don't even give me an excuse. Don't even give me an excuse.
No. Listen. I'm just saying this, which is really annoying for me because you every day you have like at least one player playing, and this is what it is. Yesterday, my entire lineup played. Today, 0 people played. Tomorrow, my entire lineup plays. Saturday, nobody plays. It's like off and on, and it's really annoying because I have to put some players on the bench. Yeah, but right now I'm beating you by 6, and Ben Simmons is still playing.
Yeah, and we'll see how that goes. I'm putting Thaddeus Young in because I realized I didn't put him in, but hopefully injuries don't mess any of us up because I want to see how this goes.
I hope not. Well, Oladipo's not going to be able to play. Damn.
No, he won't. But let's check out Sunday. Sunday, I have 2 players playing, and you have Chris Paul playing, and that's it.
Oh, great. All right.
Let's see how it goes, though. We'll see. Because we all know that I'm better at everything.
Okay. Sure. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on the topics we talked about and what your thoughts were on the NBA trade deadline.
Tune into next episode on Monday. See you guys next time.
Peace.